Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to learn share preferences for Android. So what exactly is the share preferences? In simple words, share preferences is a simple method to store any data in simple key value format. So there are two ways to store any data in your Android application. First one is the room database, in which we can save the data in a very structured format. So if you have a complex data, then we can use a room DB. But on the other hand, if you want to save the data in extremely simple format, and if the data is also simple, then we can use the key value structure to save the database. And this is when the shared preferences in Android is useful, because shared preferences will help you to save the data in an extremely simple format, which is a key value format. There are multiple use cases to use shared preferences in the Android project. One of the most popular is to save the settings. For example, if user has turned on the auto synchronize setting, we can use the share preferences to save that setting information as a key value to indicate that user has enabled the auto synchronization. Share preferences has multiple use cases, but in simple words, you can use share preferences to save data in extremely simple format, that is key value format. So with that said, let's get started with our video and let's open up the Android Studio to see a demo example of how to use share preferences. First thing first, let's understand how to create and save a simple value into share preferences. So I will open my Android virtual device, and this is a simple demo application which I have made to show you the demo. So like I said previously, in share preferences we save a value using a key, which means this key will be a unique identifier to store this value. So if you want to read the value, then we use this key to find and read the value. So here I have used key as a user underscore ID, which means user ID, and the value is the actual user ID, and I will click on the save button. So the share preferences is saved. Now the question is where this value is saved after clicking on save button. So I will open the device explorer, and in the device explorer go to the root folder. Inside root folder go to the data folder, and then go to the another data folder which is inside it, and scroll down to your package name of your application, and then open the folder of your package name, and then go to the share underscore prefs, which means share preferences. So this is the folder inside a private storage of our application where all the share preferences are stored, and this is the file in which we have recently saved our share preferences, which is a key value. Now let's open this file and check the content. After opening this file, as we can see, there is user underscore ID, which is a key, and then there is an ID which is a ID of 123456, which is a user ID. So this is the format in which all the share preferences are stored in a XML format as a key value, and this file will be stored in a private storage folder of your application, which is share preferences. Now let me show you the code of how to write the data into share preferences. This is the function which is executed as soon as I click on the save button. So to save a share preferences, we have to use context.get share preferences, and then we will use my user underscore data, which is basically the name of the file of share preferences, and then we will use the mode, which is mode underscore private, because we are storing it into the private folder of our application space. And then after using get share preferences, we will get a pref value, which is basically a share preferences instance. Now next is we will use pref.edit to edit the share preferences, and inside this edit I will add put string, add our key, and then add our value. So in this case, the input key is the user ID, which is user underscore ID, and the input value is the ID, which is 1234. And as soon as I click on the save button, this entire code is executed and save the key value into share preferences file. So this is how we simply write a simple share preferences and save it into the file. It is very simple. That's why we use share preferences to save the simple value as a key and value structure. Now next is let's understand how to read the value using share preferences. So now to read the value, this is the simple function which I have made. So just like previously, we will use the context.share preferences and then get the file name and add the mode underscore private to get the share preferences instance, which is the value pref. And then we will use this value pref dot get string. Now since the value which we have stored is in string format, so I will use the get string. But in case if we have stored the value in a other format such as integer, long, float, boolean, or string set, then you can use whichever you want based on your use cases. But here in this case we have saved the value as a string format. Now previously when we save the value, we have save it in a string format by using put a string. In case if you want to save the value in an integer format, long format, float format or boolean format, you can use any one of these to save the value in whichever format which you want. But we have used the string format, and that's why we have used the getString method to retrieve the input value in a string format. And then we will add the key value, which is basically user_id, and then we will add default value just in case if the shared preferences key is missing, then we will get not found in case if the key is the missing. Now let me show you the demo by opening Android virtual device. So here I will write user_id. So after writing user_id, I will click on the read button. As soon as I click on the read button, as you can see, the ID is 123456. So basically we are reading the ID and then displaying in the application. And when I click on the read button, this 3 simple line of code is executed. Now let me show you how to delete a key value using shared preferences. We have learned how to read the value, we have learned how to write the value. Now next is let's understand how to delete it. So just like previously, even the deleting value in shared preferences is very simple and straightforward. As usual, first we will create a shared preferences instance context.getShare file name and mode_private, and then we will add a pref.edit, which means we will edit it, and then instead of putting string we will use remove, and then add the key here. And it is as simple. As soon as we add the remove and add the key value will be erased from our shared preferences. So for example, let me go back to the demo application. So this user_id is a key value. This key value user_id is passed on to the remove function to erase the value from our key value. Now let me show you the demo. So as you can see in our device explorer and inside our user preferences file, this is the user ID which is a save in a shared preferences. Now as soon as I delete it, this entire line will be erased from this file. Now let's go back to the application and let me click on the delete button. As soon as I click on the delete button, the key value user_id is erased and delete. And we can cross check it using device explorer. Inside device explorer, we will go back to the folder shared preferences and we will click on the refresh. After refreshing, we will open this file my_user_data. And as you can see, inside this file everything is blank because we have erased the key value. So this is how we simply write, read and delete key values using shared preferences in Android. If you're still watching this video till this point, now let me give you a small bonus tip. In case if you want to use shared preferences in a large app project, then instead of continuously and repeatedly using getSharedPreference for each and every function for read, write and delete, it is wiser to use a Singleton class and use this Singleton class to read, write and delete any shared preferences. Here is a simple example of a Singleton class. Here I have made a class name mySharedPreferencesManager, which is a class name, and I have made this class into a Singleton class, which means during runtime there will be only one single instance of this class in entire runtime of an app, and there won't be any duplicate instances of shared preferences. This is very important for the performance since multiple instances of shared preferences can slow down your application. So if you create a class, a Singleton class, and use .getSharedPreferences inside a Singleton class, then there will be only one single instance of shared preferences. And then below you can save the shared preferences in whichever format you want, string, integer, boolean, and at the same time you can read the shared preferences in whichever format you want, which is string, integer, boolean, etc. And you can also delete the shared preferences. So these are the benefit of Singleton class. Entire shared preferences code can be write into a Singleton class file, which will be used in multiple parts of your application when you are building application on a large scale project. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and if you want the source code of this demo application, then I have attached the GitHub repository link in the description below. And if you get value out of this video, then make sure you like, share and subscribe. And with that said, have a nice day. Bye bye. See you in the next video.